respect. Why the record business love me, I was head of rhythm and blues. The women that fell to their feet, so many to choose. But I'm manipulated.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show brings you Diamond Dynasty Baseball. It's the Farmers going up against the Burritos. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll here. And today's starting pitcher, Satchel Paige.
Very solid starters, able to repeat his mechanics on a consistent basis, which allows him to move through a lineup and get deep into a ball game.
And the batter now, Will Smith. Nobody on his team has been better at driving in runs this season, Singy. Swing and a foul out of play. That one's upstairs, ball one. Next offering is fouled back. That smash towards center. Rodriguez makes the grab, one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Mickey Mantle stands in now and watches strike one. Late with the swing there.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Way inside, gets out of the way. Here's the tag, and he's out.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. Makes the catch, and that is that. And we're back. And pitching in this game, Andrew Painter.
Big time arm power. One thing he struggles with, though, is repeating his delivery. And sometimes you have bigger pitchers trying to sync things up. Not as easy as a more compact pitcher. But if he can get command going, establish it early, and carry it through the ball game, he's going to pitch deep into this one.
We go to the bottom of the first. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Elly De La Cruz. In the air, left field. Altuve sizing this one up. He's got it. One away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Tim Raines stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Just missed. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Tosses to first, and that's an out. And now the catcher comes up to him, Pudge Rodriguez. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase. Two outs, base is empty. Popped up. Muncy makes the catch, inning over. New inning getting started, and now the DH, Babe Ruth. Page back to work. Fought off foul. Ruth tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. Nope, he held back. That one inside, and that's ball 2. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And it beats him for the first out after the drop third strike. Now it's the second baseman, Max Muncy. This one in the air right field. Tatis pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Mark McGwire, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
0-2.
And that one hammered. That's back. Booyah! He muscles that one out the opposite way. It's 1-0. And here is Sosa to the plate. Ripped to short. Gets it to first. And that is the inning. Bottom of the second, and now it's Bryce Harper to the plate. Fouled off left side. Swung on, belted. Back there. Holy Toledo! He flexes his power with that swing, and this game is tied. It's 1-1. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first, and he held up. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Line to left. Makes the sliding grab.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Ground ball up the middle, and it's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting seventh, the second baseman, Andre.
Here's Andres Gimenez.
1-0.
In the dirt. Beltre over at first with 1 away. Now
That's
one
a ball.
missed.
That's inside.
In the air out towards right center. Sosa puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
Batting eighth, the designated hitter.
Here's Betts. This guy is an elite level hitter, especially considering contact, just the ability to hit for average. What you really like, though, stays in against those righties, and that's not so easy as a right-handed batter. In the dirt. Yeah, that's fouled off. Tied up here in the early going. Breaking ball misses down and away. Squirts away a little bit.
2-2.
2 outs. This one in the dirt. (3-2). So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Fernando Tatis Jr. swings through it for strike 1. And there's a ball.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
1-2 is the count.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the 3rd inning. Here's Wade Boggs now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these guys definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
That misses, and the count 2-1. Well struck left field. That's back there. Booyah! And they jump out front. It's 2-1. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Derek Jeter. Fastball is outside.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Up the middle, De La Cruz to first. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close. And up to the plate is Will Smith. He's 0 for 1. Swung on and fouled off. And he'll need a new bat. Rodriguez makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. At the plate, Mickey Mantle grounded out his first time up. He swings and fouls one off. Beltre makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. And we're back, and the batter will be the shortstop, Elly De La Cruz. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
Hit in the air, left field. Mantle makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. Now the left fielder, Tim Raines, maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. Out to short, Jeter. Fires over to first. And there's 2 away. And here's the catcher, Pudge Rodriguez. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Pudge getting the start at catcher. 30 years old now, and he was born in Puerto Rico. Pitch misses, and that's ball 2. They say you win.
2-1's the count.
And that one is lifted in the air. Sosa makes his way towards it.
He was all over that one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Here's Bryce Harper.
1-0.
In the dirt. 2 outs. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Mantle makes the play, and that is that. Start of the 4th. Jose Altuve up to hit here.
Jose Altuve.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. 1 up, 1 down. Babe Ruth digs in now. 0 for 1 so far.
Babe Ruth.
And it's fouled away. 1 out, base is empty. Next offering is fouled back. Grounds 1 to short, and that squirts through. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Muncy takes a ball as he stands in for the 2nd time. In the air out to center. Rodriguez pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there are 2 down. Mark McGwire will hit next. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Ruth off of first with 2 away. This to third. Tosses to first. That's the 3rd out. Ready to go, bottom 4. Here's the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
You know, this group of hitters, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Sosa brings it in. And there's 1 down. And the batter now, Adrian Beltre. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And he swings through that one.
Wow, no fair right there.
0 balls,
I mean,
1 strike.
that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just going to have to tip your cap on that pitch.
1 down, base is empty. On the ground to the left, Jeter. Tosses across to first, and that is out number 2. So 2 down now, and here is Andres Jimenez. And there's the strike. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Mantle under it. He makes the grab. That is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 5th, and now the right fielder, Sammy Sosa. Page back to work. And a foul ball. Ball 1 there.
1-1.
And strike 2.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Got him swinging. So digging in, Wade Boggs. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Satchel into his motion. The long windup. Turns on the rubber. Kicks and fires. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Everything came together for him. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Man at first, one away. Lifted in the air, right center field. Jimenez on the move. 2 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
0-2.
Boggs leads off first with 2 down to the inning. On the ground to third. Whips it across, and they get the out on Smith. That ends the frame. Bottom of the inning. Here's Mookie Betts.
The designated hitter, Mookie Betts.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And it's 0-1.
No balls. 1 strike.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
Didn't
0-2.
recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Struck out swinging his first time. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Outside low. And now it's even 1-1.
1-1.
That one ripped. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. Digging in, Elly De La Cruz. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. And Earl Hendricks punches him out. That's a strikeout.
Everything will be okay.
And we're back. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now here is Mickey Mantle. Swings and misses and 1 down below the zone.
0-1.
Satchel comes to the plate. Swing and a miss. That one at 1-0-1.
0-2.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Now he turns and heads for second. Trying to wiggle out of a rundown now. Tries to get back in time, but they got him. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. 1-0-1 on the gun. Swing and a
0 balls, 1
miss.
strike.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
And that
misses.
misses.
That's a ball.
And it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one down the line. And it gets by him.
Back-to-back singles. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
On the ground to second, might be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Here's the second baseman, Max Muncy. Swing at a ground ball. They take the force out. That's out number 3. Well, we go bottom 6, and here is Tim Raines.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Altuve coming on, makes the grab on the run. And there's one away. And now, Pudge Rodriguez.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
No balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
1-2.
1 down, base is empty. That's down and in. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. That misses the zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Count is full.
Rocketed out towards right center. And a superb diving catch.
The first baseman, number 3, Bryce Harper.
Here comes Bryce Harper. First pitch, and he just misses. And another ball.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side or the fans better look out in the stands.
In the air to left center. And that is the inning. Top of inning number 7. Stepping in, Mark McGwire.
McGwire.
That misses. 1-0.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Just missed.
That's the ball.
Swing and a ball drilled center field. Rodriguez should have this one. Makes the catch for the out. Sammy Sosa getting ready to hit.
Number 21, Sammy Sosa.
Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. And Woody Keller right on it. Says he held up. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1-2's the count.
That one laced to center and a base hit. Now he'll turn for second. Well, he thought about 2, but he's back to first safely.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Rodriguez makes the play. 2 away now. Derek Jeter, the next to hit. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. In the air, right side. Tatis makes the catch, and that is that. set for the last half of the 7th. And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Check swing, called strike.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 2.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre, 1 for 2. Jimmy Garcia comes on now.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Line drive, base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Drops into the glove, and there's 2 away. Here's Mookie now. A strikeout and a walk.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Fires across the diamond, inning over. All set for the start of the inning. Now, Will Smith.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
That one at triple digits.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
Line drive, and it stays fair.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Mantle stands in now, looks at that one inside. Next offering is in for a strike.
I think it was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Jimenez throw to first. Awesome play there.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Down the line. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. This one in the air. They got it for out number 2. Now here is Babe Ruth. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Inside, just missed. Swing and a miss. And 1-1.
1-1.
And that's down and away. Next offering in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And that's with the swing. It's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Garcia back to work. And that is out of play. Looking to get the tying run on base. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball still 0-2. And the sweeper is off the plate. That one misses in the dirt. In the air, center field. Mantle has this one sized up. And there's one down. And here is Elly De La Cruz. 0 for 3 in this one. This one in the air. Boggs gets under it. Brings it in. 2 down. Now the number 2 hitter, Tim Raines.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And there's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Fouled off. He was late.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Pitch is in the dirt. Going to count 1 and 2.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Left field, Altuve. And that'll do it. And we're back. Now it's the second baseman, Max Muncy.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that 9th inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
And now the first baseman, Mark McGwire. One-run game here in the top of the 9th. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1. And that's outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
And that's downstairs and outside. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. So up next, Sammy Sosa, 1 for 3. That one fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
0-2.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Rodriguez settles under it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down. Now the third baseman, Wade Boggs. In there, and it's 0-1. Swings through that.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Now that's smacked to right center. And makes the grab. And that is that. Bottom 9. Here's the catcher, Pudge Rodriguez. First offering in the dirt. Up the middle. Tosses to first. That takes care of Rodriguez. He's 2 outs away. Now here is Bryce Harper. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
A 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Headed towards the corner. Altuve trying to track this one down. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And the righty deals.
1-2.
Trying to close out a 1-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9. Fastball is outside.
No, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Outside low, and that's ball 3.
Full count.
Checks his swing, now an appeal to third. No swing. He held up just enough. That's ball 4. Here's the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. New arm out of the bullpen, Blake Treinen.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Throws to first in time. Rodriguez out of the play. So they're down to their final out. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. And fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Bottom of the ninth, down a run and tying run on second base. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Great pitchers duel in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game, and for these pitchers, it really came down to a few key at bats. This was a fun one to watch.
And your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.
Traders, I gave you hard work and labor. I gave you your flavor, you bohemian haters. This fakers, you gave me crumbs, now give me cakers. The movers and fakers can look around and catch the papers. While my shots is jumping like the Lakers. I want land with acres, you them the papers. I'm from back in the day where the was wearing papers. And the call you a moolie, treat you like a racist. Militant, yeah, I'm back in the booth. Pop, I hit you from the roof, yeah. It's the truth, I pressure on you when you stoop. With body shots till your body drop. I ain't got the hammer cocked.